Well, yesterday was busy, to say the least, across southern Wisconsin, across all of Wisconsin. Eastern Madison reporting almost 10 inches. Here at the station, I recorded just over 8 inches before we started wake up this morning. Areas like La Crosse closer to 6 inches, Eau Claire around 4, and just south of Wausau right now looking around 3 inches. These were all reported last night, but we really didn't see any more snowfall accumulate overnight. It all stayed nice and light, and now our current radar and satellite showing all of that just continuing to dry out. We do have a few flurries falling closer to La Crosse and some more widespread snowfall making its way just south of Milwaukee, but that's all drying up nicely throughout this morning. In even just half an hour, almost all of us are going to be on that dry side. One thing that we are going to continue to keep in mind, especially for the first half of our day, is that although no snow is falling from the sky this morning, we are going to continue to see some blowing snow impacts throughout this morning. Around 10 a.m., Madison expecting wind speeds around 20 miles per hour. The majority of us sitting in that 15 to 20 mile per hour range, and gusts could get up to 30 miles per hour. And with all that fresh snow on the ground, that could lead us to some drifting snow onto roadways and some travel impacts. And road crews are still out there clearing off that snow, so give them some time. If you can hold off on travel until later on this afternoon, I would definitely do so. Like I said, all that snow drying up nicely, even just within the next half hour or so. Mid-morning staying dry, but most of us still on the cloudy side. Maybe a few glimpses of sunshine, but for the most part, we're staying mostly cloudy for our Sunday. That does make it the perfect day to get outside and do some sledding though. 1 p.m. temperatures fairly cool with Wausau at 26, Eau Claire at 24, La Crosse at 27, and Madison at 29. Just a couple hours later, not really too much of a difference for 3 p.m. Wausau's at 25 at that time, Eau Claire at 23, La Crosse at 26, and Madison at 28. Notice the majority of us staying mostly partly cloudy this afternoon. Later this evening after the sun sets, we will start to see some clearing in the skies in the southern half of the state as well as east of Wausau, but that cloud cover rolls right back in for the start of our Monday. So we are going to be on the mostly cloudy side tomorrow as well. And in the early afternoon, the chance for a few flurries and light snow showers will begin for even southern Eau Claire, but for the most part, that's mainly going to be for La Crosse and Madison. That does continue through your evening commute, so we could see maybe some slight travel impacts for tomorrow evening as well, but it dries up by those later evening hours. We aren't looking at too much more of an accumulation, looking around half of an inch for the Madison area, but all of us are staying under half of an inch elsewhere in the state. So not too many impacts expected from that snowfall tomorrow. 26 is our high today in Wausau. In Eau Claire, we're getting up to 25, maybe seeing a little bit of sunshine this afternoon. In La Crosse, a high temperature today of 28. And in Madison today, we're reaching 30 degrees, overnight lows all the way down into the single digits, and we're going to stay cooler than average, so that snow is sticking around for the extended forecast.